name is Melanie. I'm a mother of 12 years old. I just noticed two of the speakers who are in favor of this sex curriculum mentioned how they are doing good at home. With talking to their kids, teaching their terminology. Really, I think that's appropriate between the parents and the kids. And also, I have a question really, but I'm not supposed to ask, but I know the other day, Lee Sendo, our Minister of Education, she said she didn't read the curriculum before she signed it. I saw and watched the video. I was astonished. And also, the government also denied, Ben Levy, the convicted criminal, he has nothing to do with the curriculum. So who is doing this job now? Who is guarding against this anything that might be wrong with the curriculum? The minister and former deputy minister, both of them, they didn't read. They didn't, they have nothing to do with this. I don't understand. That's my, as a parent, can be more inferior. And I want to know, each of you, when you have heard this government is working in this way, what we can expect from this government? Should we have more, say in this as a parent? And if you guys really care about the kids, as parents, we do care about our kids. So the first thing first, you should ask, maybe you say, oh, these days the parents should be updated. So why not give us more, workshop? If you are so care about our, kids' future. So that's my comments. Thank you.
I've been a resident of Markham my entire life, since 1977. I thank you all for letting me speak today as a concerned parent of Markham. I have no doubt that the parents and family members here have gathered today because there are many items in the new curriculum that are both age-appropriate and concerning for parents. But what I would like to talk about are the rights as Canadians. In the new health curriculum, 11-year-olds are taught about that exploring their own body by touching or masturbating is something that many people find pleasurable. Yet the criminal code 152 states no one can invite a child under the age of 16 to touch him or herself or them for a sexual purpose. The penalty is an offense, is mandatory minimum period of imprisonment of a maximum of 10 years. In grade 7, 12-year-olds are introduced to anal sex, yet the criminal code of Canada states that persons under the age of 18 cannot engage in anal intercourse except if they're legally married. In grade 6, 11-year-olds are taught about sexual consent, yet the age of consent in Canada is 16 years. According to Section 264, 1C of the Education Act, it is a teacher's duty to respect the principles of Judeo-Christian moralities, including purity. On March 26, Kathleen Winter self-stated that we have the permission to withdraw our children from class if we still don't agree with the curriculum. Yet parents are already receiving letters stating that by opting your child out for certain discussions is a breach of the Accepting Schools Act. Yet the protection of race, ethnicity, and creed is also protected by the Accepting Schools Act. However, the Ministry of Education does not recognize this. On Thursday, April 23rd, the issue of the Markham Economist and Sun told parents in an article that it's time for parents to move on. I ask you all now today, are you ready to move on while your rights as a Canadian are being infringed upon? Why isn't more being done by our MPPs and school trustees to table this new curriculum until our rights as citizens are recognized?
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Melanie Marcus. First of all, I'd like to say, does this curriculum need to be updated? I do agree with that. Is this curriculum appropriate for our children? No. And are there other options for this curriculum? Absolutely. And I'd just like to point out that the well-informed parent has already put together an optional curriculum that is inclusive and it's also comprehensive, but at the same time it also addresses the changing dynamics and it respects the parent's role and the beliefs, and that's one of my major concerns. I'm a parent, I'm a Christian, and I'm also a teacher, an educator actually in the York Region District School Board. My concern as a parent with this proposed curriculum is that there are a number of areas within the specific expectations that place the parent as a secondary source of information. So for example, in grade 1, students are encouraged to seek out other people. That's the actual wording that they use. In grade 4, it's ask an adult. In grade 5, it's trusted peer or an adult. And in grade 6, it's elders and then family is mentioned. Nowhere is the parent mentioned as the first person to go to. As a Christian, the morals and religious beliefs that I teach my children are now going to be contradicted in the classroom and are also going to be devalued with this new curriculum. In grade 3, personal and cultural beliefs aren't mentioned until the middle of the examples and brackets. Can you promise me that when my children share their personal beliefs, they will not feel alienated by the peers and their teacher? And when I choose to remove my children from these classroom discussions, is this not a form of exclusion for them? As a teacher, will my rights and job position be protected when this proposed curriculum contradicts my religious and personal beliefs? What options are available to teachers that are in the same position as myself? And as a teacher, I know that we are encouraged to teach subject matter in an integrated fashion. Therefore, will removing my children from the sex ed curriculum really protect them, or will teachers be bringing this curriculum into other areas like mathematics, language, and social studies? Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Catherine Chung. I would like to thank you. At least I have an opportunity to express my opinion as a parent. In my opinion, without mention, this curriculum is totally without mention of love, trust, and relationship commitment. This new curriculum mentioned pleasurable and consent when talking about sexual activity, but never mentioned the importance of love, trust, responsibility, and the relationship commitment. As we all know, the sexual activity from human beings is not just a physical activity. It involves many other essential factors, such as psychological, emotional, and moral. A big difference between human sexual activity and other creatures' sexual activity is the high involvement of molarity and emotion with the sexual partners. People have sex not only because they have the physical needs, but also because they love each other, they care about their stable relationships. We are living for purpose, part of society. How to interpret our society regarding economic job stability is far more important than sex integration. I would thank you so much for your Parents Association to provide all the parents to express our opinion publicly. Thank you so much.
Hello everyone, my name is James Lin, a father of an 8-year-old daughter. I'm not against the sex education, actually I think that's very important, but however, I think the curriculum we have right now is both radical and it's not age appropriate. Each of the kids have their different developing process, could be faster, could be slower, and each kid coming from different background and family, they have a different cultural religious background. But in this curriculum, it's brutally destroyed this diversity, which was probably is big Canadian. It just, everybody will learn this radical content, no matter the progress of their body development or their cultural religious background. And also I found this curriculum is pretty misleading. I give you one example. In this curriculum, it's saying for the HIV patient, if with proper treatment and medicine, they could live as longer as the normal people. Yeah, that is true for a few cases. They didn't tell the kids that this chance is very slim and it's very expensive. And even you can live as long as normal people, that you will have a normal life, you will have a family, you will have the child. They didn't tell anything about that one. And also, there's another one. This is just one example to see how the misleading for this curriculum. Another one is for the 14 years old with the grade 7, in curriculum saying you can make a plan for the sex activity. They said it's going to postpone the first sexual activity. I have to get a logic here. If you want to make a plan, then the outcome would be yes or no. So basically you give the option to say yes. If you say you want to postpone, you shouldn't give them an option like that. Think about this one, 14 years old kid, they cannot drink, they cannot have a driver's license, they cannot smoke, they cannot sign any contract, but they can make plan for this sex activity, which might be one of their biggest lack of commitment. So that is my concern for the curriculum.